Guys, welcome to another episode of Chat with Jen and Porfiria. I'm your host, Jen.
And I'm your host, Porfiria.
So, before we get started, we wanted to remind you guys to join in on the conversation.
Always. You guys know that we have a Facebook and Twitter, and we need you to go and show up and show out. So we're looking for questions, comments, anything. Head over to our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/chat with Jen and Porfiria. And also follow us again on Twitter at the same hashtag, chat with Jen and Porfiria.
That's right. And we also have a Google Plus. And of course, if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube.
Subscribe, guys. We need you to follow along so that we can get all these fun topics out to you to review and talk about.
Yeah, and we need your support. We need your questions.
We
need
do.
Topics, guys. We don't want to just talk about the things that we want to talk about, even though that can go on forever.
Yes.
But we want to hear from you, too, and let us know what you're thinking and what you want to talk about. Also, speaking of that, we do have these live chat sessions on Google Hangout.
We are going to be talking it up, and last time we had one, we had a little technical difficulty, but the one coming up, we will both be together, and we're so excited to bring you guys some fun content and a lot of talking it up.
Yeah, and talking with you live. You can join in on video or just on chat.
I love it.
So we'll be announcing that soon on our Facebook page. So again, another reason for you to like our Facebook page and keep on going.
Keep on keeping on. That's what you're trying to say.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Keep on keeping on.
What about the other thing? This summer we are doing
We are going to do a meetup, official meetup, and we're so excited about it. We're trying to get a lot of sponsors and things going on for that. So stay tuned for that, guys. It should be coming to you by the end of the summer. We're excited about that.
Yeah, that's right. So are you ready to get started with the topic for the day?
Let's get started.
All right, guys. So, today's topic, something that we're very familiar with, and we've actually been struggling with this past week. We were talking about it, so we thought we'd bring it up on the show. Balancing your marriage and family with your work or your business.
Both of us are entrepreneurs, and we both have these incredible projects that we're working with and things that we're doing, and the further we get into it, the more exciting things are happening, and when exciting things are happening, there's a lot of time that you have to dedicate it to. So we're trying to just situate it.
Yeah, we're trying to make sure that we have time for our family as well as getting the things done. As an entrepreneur, you know, you're working 24/7 to build your business.
It's true.
And the key for me is writing everything down and scheduling and using my calendar. I carry my calendar everywhere I go. I have two calendars. One I write in and on my phone.
Oh, okay, because that's what I was going to ask you. Do you have one that you write in?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the one that I'm a person that the only way that I remember things is if I write it down. That's how it'll just kind of get ingrained in my brain. If I don't write it down, I will forget, and that could be a problem.
Yeah.
So for me, in order for me to balance everything, balance dates with my husband, balance cleaning my house, to running my business, I have to schedule everything in. So I have certain days, certain times of the day that I do everything. So what's your trick? You still trying to figure it out?
I'm trying to figure it out because I have so many charting systems in my home. I have a charting system for my kids. I have a charting system for our meals. I have a charting system for what I do with my personal businesses. I have a charting system for our marriage. I feel like I have a billion charting systems, and sometimes they become very overwhelming because I'm trying to make sure everything's combined into one. And I was talking to you many moons ago. I was trying to put out a Mami planner, which I hope to be putting out soon as well, just on how to figure out how to take all of this stuff and nest it into one component.
You know what I do with that? I like to use colors.
Yes.
I am a doodler, so in my journal / planner, I use stickers, I draw, I use different things just to kind of highlight certain things. Also, on my digital calendar, everything's also color coded. So if it has to do with my household, my home, it's one color. If it has to do with me and my husband, it's another. And if it has to do with my business, it's another color.
Okay.
So that's kind of how I put everything on the calendar, and it's easy for me to kind of.
I'm a post-it girl, a post-it and write down, because I know I write down things, but my problem is it gets lost around the house. But I'm a post-it and write it down and stick it up. Put it here, put it there. But I'm trying to finesse my system. I really need to finesse my system because it really is becoming very overwhelming for me.
So we also got a question from someone on our Facebook page, and they were asking us what do you do to balance marriage and business, or marriage and work? And we're talking about things that you're trying to figure out, things that I do to try and balance things, but what is it that we're really trying to balance?
Trying to balance it all. I think it's just trying to fit everything in. It brings up this question, for me, this always brings up the question, can a woman have it all?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Why not?
I don't think a woman can have it all. I think because there's time frames that you can. Okay, so my theory is kind of tricky. I think you could experience it, everything you want. You can experience it all. I don't think you can have it all. So when you say have it all, having it all is like you have everything on your plate at one segment. That's what having it all to me means. So you have the marriage, you have the career, you have the kids, you have the fame, you have everything your heart's desire at one in particular time. That to me is my idea of having it all. I think we have segments in our life where you can do things and you can experience things that you've always wanted to, but during certain chapters of your book of life, not at the same time. Like some people take celebrities, for example. They look at somebody like Beyonce and they say, oh my gosh, she has it all. I don't believe she has it all. She may have what visually looks like what having it all is, but she can't physically have everything her heart's desire right this minute.
No, yeah.
So I don't believe a person can have it all. When the people go around saying you have it all, you do not have it all. Your experiences, some of the things you want, and you can experience everything you want in due time, but you can't have it all right now.
Well, I think everybody defines having it all differently. Every individual wants different things. And I agree, you get certain things at certain points in your life, right? You have different experiences, you have different opportunities at different points in your life when you are ready for it, when you're ready to receive it. But I do think in terms of having it all, it does span throughout a lifetime. But, you know, when people say it in general terms, they think having it all is being married, having a family, and having a successful career, making a lot of money, and being able to travel. All of that stuff is general things that people usually want to have and define as having it all. And I think you can have all of that.
You can, and like you said, but in a lifespan of, and I think there's this misguided idea of really having it all. People look, and we talk about this all the time. People look at people and think they have it all. Oh, I see her going to work every day. She has this wonderful career. She has this beautiful family. Her husband is gorgeous. He got a great job. They're always traveling. And that's this idea of having it all, but nobody sees like maybe this person could be like suffering. They could be dead broke. This is a visual idea of what looks like it all, but they could have absolutely nothing. You know what? So how could people have this? A lot of people, and I constantly hear this in comment, oh, she has it all. Oh, I want to have it all. You cannot physically have everything your heart's desire, in my opinion, in one bank shot. For instance, my priorities change, and we talked about this before. My priorities are my children. everything else right now is on hold. So if a career opportunity presents itself to me and it would take me away from spending the quality time and the happy time and being present in my children's life, then I have to decline at this time in my life, because my priorities are not so much of my career and money, but my children. And I think actually, Wendy Williams had a question going around in media about women in their careers, and there was argument or some type of conversation about can a woman have her career while she's has little ones at home, or is your career put on hold? Mm-hmm. So I think you can have your career. I have plans of having an amazing career, but right now I have to kind of work out a system that allows me to enjoy the things that I want to do, work related, but also be more present for my children. Mm-hmm. So career takes second, family for me takes first. Right. As my children get older, then I can return, because that priority shifts to my career, and my children can kind of get in that middle where they may not need me as much. So they are able to take care of themselves and start living their lives the way they want to live. And then mommy could kind of return to doing what she wants. So that's what I feel. There's always a segment in your life to do certain things. That was a mouthful.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I don't have kids yet. You do. And when I left my full-time job, before I left, I took a year and a half to plan out what I wanted to do, because I knew that I wanted to have kids, and I wanted to be able to raise my kids, watch them grow, but I wanted to have my career at the same time. Mm-hmm. So what I did was, my husband and I put money to the side. I planned on what I wanted to do, and what I needed was to have my own office space where I can bring my kids to work. And then I would hire a babysitter that would be on the premises, so I would still be there, and then someone would be watching my child. So that is ideally what I want, and that's what I'm working towards. The first step is done as far as having my office space, having the space to do everything that I have to do. Now I'm working on the next part, which is developing that human being to bring in to work with me every day. But my plan is to continue to be a business owner, a businesswoman, and an entrepreneur while having my child right there. Showing my child that I can do it all. Mm-hmm. Having my child present, having, the capability of watching my child take their first step, and just all their firsts, and being there all while running my business. I do think it's possible. There's a lot of companies out in the world today that have daycares on the premises, so that working mothers can bring their kids to work, bring them to the daycare, and still do what they have to do, and still kind of keep watch of their kids. So I don't think I need to stop, focus on my child for a few years, and then come back to it. I think I could do it all at the same time. I also have that ambition. I also have that drive to do that. And I also feel like I am strong enough to handle both things, balancing both things.
I mean, if you feel strong, from experience, it's hard to balance your family, your children. Let's not so much your family, but your children, family, and work-related careers. People do it. Yes, I've seen people do it, but the reality, because there's struggles. I left my job to focus on my brand and my business as well, and I am a mother of 3. So right now, I have to, there's no sleep situation. It's like, if you want it bad enough, you don't sleep. So for me, it's like, when they're sleeping, mommy's working, or mommy's, but I think there's, there's a level where some people can't afford to just focus on their career and focus on their children. Does that make sense? I'm trying to make sense. It's hard to balance it all. I know when I used to work with my kids, I never saw my kids. It's so ironic. That's the whole reason I decided to leave my former employer to focus on my kids, because I never saw my kids. I was so busy at work, and then when I got home, it was dinner, get in the shower, do the mommy things that I had to do with them, and then I was like deadbeat. Now I get to, because I make my own hours and I work my own schedule, I get to make them the priority, and then I'll get to my work when I need to get to the work. And that works for me because they are, to me, the main point in my life. But again, it's different strokes for different folks. But I think what tends to happen when you have kids and you have a career and you have a family, balancing it all, something kind of falls through the cracks. So you have to figure out, what don't you want to fall through the cracks? Because if you have a husband and you have children or a child, and then you have a career, and your child is sick, you have to take 5 or 6 days to focus on that child. Now, what happens if you have a deadline? You can't just say, and your husband, I see a lot of times that people tend to say, well, my husband could do it. Sometimes husbands are ambitious just like you. They have careers, they go to work, they're tired, they're experienced, they're humans just like you, so they're experienced. So now we have these 2 tired, busy parents, and then we have this child in the picture, we have these children in the picture that need you. So you have to say, okay, what is my priority? Do I just deal with my sick child another time and focus on my career? Or do I set my career down and say, look, I can't meet the deadline, I might lose the account, but I have to focus on my child. Now, you wouldn't say that if you had no children.
Yeah,
you understand?
Because as an individual who gets sick sometimes, I get sick, I need to stop doing what I have to do.
But even as an adult, if you're sick if you're not feeling well as an adult, and you have, I feel as though if you have a small business or some type of work-related, whatever the case may be, you're more inclined to fight through your illness to make your deadline, as opposed to someone depending on you to do a deadline. So you'll say, you could be sick, but you'll say, you know what, I can do it from bed. I can do this. I can do that. If you have a sick child that needs you all that time, there's no time to kind of maneuver to focus on that project.
So are you saying that whenever one of your sons are sick, that you are constantly hovering over them that whole 4-day period? No. Because they are sleeping at some point, they're resting.
No. I'm not. But because of that feeling you have when the child is sick, you can't think of anything else. You can't you can't think of anything else but my child. One time I actually saw this in the works. Kimora Lee, her daughter had a toothache. She dropped everything. She was like, I can't do this. They were coming to she had a fashion show a couple of days before that. She's like, I can't focus on that right now. I can't do any of this right now until I know my child is well. When you know your child is well, then you get back on the train. But what happens if maybe that opportunity that was the day you had to be there and you had to do it. But do you say, no, I have to be there, I have to do it, somebody deal with my sick child? Or do you drop that career moment, not the career, but that career moment to focus on the child? Most likely you'll drop your career moment and focus on your child. And that's what I mean about you're not going to be able to have it all. Sometimes you're going to come to these crossroads.
Instance, so your kid is not going to be sick the whole time. So fine,
so
you take that moment, take care of your child, and go back to it. It's not, when I'm hearing for you and when you're saying, you can't have everything all at once, it sounds like, you're going to have to commit a year or 2 or 3 or a number, a long period of time to this specific thing before you can go and move on to and get the other things. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that there's a lot of, okay. For me, there's a laundry list of what people want, right? So having it all is having everything on your laundry list.
I don't think so.
I think that's what people idealize as having it all.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I think that is
when you see
impossible.
When you see a woman, and people do this a lot, when they see a woman, she has the career, she has the husband, she has the car, she has the house, she has. That's the money. That's the idea of having it all. Okay, so let's say it's 5 things. Out of these 5 things, how much of a commitment to each of these 5 things do you think she gives 100% to?
Well, you're saying a house, car, and money. Those are 3 things that the money is the effort of the work, but the house and the car is nothing,
okay,
to worry about.
The husband.
And
the kids, yes.
Yeah. I think, taking out the house and the car out of the equation, because we all have a roof over our head and automobiles or whatever, that doesn't count. Having it all is the family, the marriage, and the career. So that's all we're going to focus on right now. And I feel like right now I have that. I don't have the kids yet. I'm working toward having kids. You know, who knows what's in the cards for me, but I'm working toward it. But I have a happy marriage, and I have a career that I am proud of, and I work hard for it every single day. I feel like I have it all. Things that will enhance it, traveling more, you know, or, you know, learning things about new cultures and eating out more and that kind of thing, like having more money to spend on other things. But that's kind of material things, and that all comes in time. That comes with your lifetime.
But that's exactly what I mean. Yeah. I feel as though I will have it all, but I'm not having it all right now.
You have the marriage, you have the kids, and you have the career that you want. You're doing exactly what you want to do.
I'm doing what I want. I have it all, but I want to travel more. Like you mentioned, I want to travel more. I still have a lot, but that's exactly what I'm saying. I don't have it all right now, but I will have it all.
I think you are mixing it up a little bit. What?
We have to let's look up what is having it all, because this is such we want to we're going to find out exactly what's having it all, because if having it all is just being fulfilled with what's present in your life, then yes, okay, a woman can have it all.
People are confused with having it all being material things.
Okay,
and that is not what makes you happy.
You're absolutely right. Yeah. I think you're absolutely right. I think that's the idea, and I think that's where my frustration comes from when people say having it all. Because if I see a woman who has this idea of having it, if I visually see somebody and they say she has it all, I can't say she has it all because I don't know intimately what's happening with her to have it all. So I don't think you can say she has it all. If I met you in the street, Jen, and somebody says she has it all, okay, what does she have? She has a car, she has a house, she has a husband, she has kids, she has a career. How is that saying you have it all? Do you understand what I'm trying to...
people, you know, the grass is greener mentality.
Yeah.
You know, they don't really know what's happening under the surface.
Because even if you're driving the most expensive car, you have the biggest house, you have the...
be unhappy.
That's all I'm trying to say.
That's not what
That's not having it all.
So I found a website, and there's a bunch of questions here. I just scrolled through it really quickly. This is literally in real time, guys. So there's a list of questions here, so we'll answer these questions. Am I happy with my current life and the choices I've made?
Yes, I am. Are you?
I am. I do not regret anything, even the mistakes that I made.
Sometimes I have regrets, but I know you shouldn't.
No, you shouldn't have regrets, because every mistake or everything that you've gone through up until this point is what's helped to shape you and give you exactly what you need.
Ooh, Jen, dropping some knowledge on us today. What you eat for breakfast?
Nothing, actually. Am I living a life that accords with my values and priorities?
Absolutely. That's why they call me the domestic mommy, Zorlin.
I also feel the same. I'm definitely very strong with my values and priorities, and definitely live my life according to it. So my husband and I, my household. Do I feel happy with what I'm doing at this time in my life?
I feel very happy.
I feel blessed.
Yes, I do feel blessed too. Because for me, like I mentioned to you, the biggest priority is being able to pick up my kids from school. I grew up when my mom was not outside the school. She tried to be, but she was a single parent and had to do it by herself. So she had to work late. So me and my brothers would walk home. And I remember saying as a child, I want to be there when my kids get out of school. I want to be that mom that walks my kids to and fro to school, and they know mommy's coming to pick them up. No stranger, they don't have to. I'm there, and I am so blessed to have that opportunity to be present in my kids' life like that.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Is my life meaningful, and am I living with purpose?
Are you?
I am. My life is meaningful. I know what my purpose is. It's something that I discovered several years ago.
Ooh, I like
And
that.
when I realized what that was, everything that I've done since then has been in pursuit of my purpose, and I will definitely leave a legacy.
Woo, Jen. What did she eat for breakfast, y'all? We need to go get some.
What about you? Is my life meaningful, and am I living with purpose?
Can we come back to
Is my life meaningful?
My life is meaningful. It's very meaningful. Am I living with purpose? I'm still in that phase of trying to find the purpose. What my purpose is.
See, I actually kind of know what your purpose is. I'm not going to even say it.
No,
Lord
Jesus. We're going to talk about it after the camera.
We've known each other for...
It's going
2
on
years.
a year.
No,
It's
it's
2
2
years?
years now.
Oh
We've
my
known
God.
each other for 2 years now, and we've gotten very close and gotten to know each other. And I see her heart, and I know what her purpose is.
Okay, we're going to talk about that after the camera.
Yeah, we will.
Follow us on Facebook so I can post what
Porfiria
that purpose is.
will answer this question in
Oh,
future episodes,
Lord. Yes,
guys.
yes. So follow that.
Am I living free of inner conflict?
Oh, that's a deep question. I think we should post that to you guys.
Yeah.
That
Actually,
is a
you
good
guys,
question.
We're going to put all these questions up on Facebook, and we're going to get your
Yes,
answers.
absolutely.
Am I living free of inner conflict? As an entrepreneur, you know, I am working on building partnerships and building my business. And sometimes I feel a little intimidated and afraid, and that's natural. I mean, it's natural when you're doing something that you believe in, that you feel strongly about. Fear will naturally occur.
True.
So I do struggle with that on occasion when it comes to my business, for sure.
Okay. All right.
What about you?
We'll come back to that question.
This is not fair. Okay.
So I don't have it all, clearly.
Are my energies being directed in the right places?
I think my energies are being directed in the right places. Going back to our main question of the day, which is just balancing everything. That's what I'm trying to do. Make sure the energy that I have is going where it needs to go and it's balanced. So, but I do strongly feel like my energy is going where it needs to go. What about you?
I do strongly feel like my energies are also going in the right direction. I feel like every job I've ever had, every experience I've ever had was all to prepare me for the life that I'm living right now as an entrepreneur. So whenever I work on projects and develop new things, I think about my experiences in the past and I pull from those, I draw from them. And I don't know, I guess that's kind of me pulling that energy and putting it exactly where I need it to be when I need it to be, the right time.
I like that. I like that.
Am I looking after my inner and external self?
I have made some conscious changes for myself that I noticed, and I had a really good talk with my mom. My mom and I have a very good relationship, so we had a really good talk about certain things that I was conflicted with. So that question is very interesting because that's affecting me now, and I feel strongly that I am. I am working on inner and external choices, and I just came to this whole new epiphany, and I was telling Jen over the phone a couple of days, and it was, I just have to just believe in myself. Like they say on a lot of these most motivational speeches I hear, the first step is believing in you. Before anybody else could believe, you have to believe in you. And that's where I am. I'm believing in myself. I'm believing I'm capable and I'm able, and as soon as I started doing that, honestly guys, doors just started opening up. So that's my focus, and that's my thing right now, is just believing that, everything I want is possible, and everything that I want for myself is possible. So
Absolutely.
I believe that. What about you?
Am I looking after my inner and external self? When I was younger, in my 20s, I wasn't. I was just doing whatever the hell I wanted to do.
We both were, child. We both
But
were.
as I get older, I am realizing I'm getting older and I do have to start looking after myself. This morning, actually, on my way here, I was on the train and I was looking at my reflection across from me in the window.
You said, damn, I'm pretty.
No, I was looking at myself and I was like, damn, I am older.
Really?
Yeah, I was looking at my face and I was just, remembering what I looked like when I was younger to what I look like now in that reflection. And it made me realize, I need to, I have to struggle with working out, right? Sometimes I'm on a really good streak. I'm working out. My body looks good. I'm tight and everything. And then, I'll have a 3-month streak and then I'll have a 9-month streak of not doing it. And so it falls apart. And that's not good. As I get older, my metabolism
is slowing down.
Everything's slowing down.
Yeah.
Things don't pop back like they used to.
Yeah.
And, I want to have a baby. And, I haven't been doing what I need to do, exercising and just, like I said before, I'm a workaholic. I work nonstop and I don't stop to think about myself and taking care of myself, doing more self-care with what I'm putting into my body and what I'm doing for my body on the outside. So that is definitely something that I am working on right now and have been struggling with for a long time. So.
I think we both struggle with the same thing. We we do both struggle with the same thing because that's the same conversation I was having with my mom. It's just physically, for me, it's like the aches and pains, and we're going to another topic, and we're going to talk about this, guys, because Jen and I are going to show you what we've been doing and what we're trying to do to correct some of these issues when it comes to our health and our wellness and our fitness. So stay tuned for that, guys, and we'll bring that to you. But just feeling good again. It's like some conscious body changes that, we're trying to experience. The same thing you're experiencing is the same thing that I want to do. I have hopes of having another child in the near future. So it's even the state that my body's in right now, it's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen because there's so many things that I have to correct. So it's even going through what you just said, getting there and feeling better and just even care about. I struggle with the fact that I have so many people I try to care for, and at some point you can't care for everybody. Go back to you can't have it all.
Well, now that we look at this article here, which I will link below for you all, what does having it all really mean? That is the question that we have to ask to you guys. What does having it all really mean to you? And I guess we have established that we eliminate the material things. That is not what having it all is.
That is definitely what not having it all.
Having it all is feeling fulfilled, feeling happy with yourself, with your surroundings, with the people around you, and with what you're doing with your life. Does your life have purpose? Do you feel like you have purpose, and are you actually living that life or living toward that purpose? So that's what I think it is. But we want to know, what does having it all really mean to you guys? What did you think it meant? Did you change your mind after our conversation today with those little extra questions that we found? Can you guys answer some of those questions as well? And talk to us. And you know what? I think that we should come back to this on our next live chat.
We will come back to this conversation on our live chat because there's so much into it. I mean, it does change my perspective of having it all. I'm still a firm believer in not having it all at that right moment. But I do believe a person could have it all throughout their book of life. Yeah. I do believe that.
And I think what we just found here clearly shows that you can't have it all at one moment. We are human beings that are constantly growing, and we're supposed to constantly be learning about ourselves. So having it all, I think, means that when you're on your deathbed, you need to ask yourself that question.
Yes.
Did I have it all?
There was a great video that I have to show you, and it talks about what would you say if you were on your deathbed, what would you say to your goals if they were standing in front of you asking, why didn't you make us happen? Or what did you make us happen? What
so
would you
it's
say?
Regrets then.
Yeah, it's kind of, yeah. So, so I think that having it all over an extended period of because I believe you have a book. Everybody has this book of life. We write our own stories, and each chapter is different. And like Jen said, a lot of the things that happen prior in your youth brings you to this stage where you understand what these lessons were, or why they affected you, or how they affected you during your chapters in your life. So you could definitely do everything you want. It's just not going to happen in one day. And stop looking at others and thinking that person has it all, because that's just this idea of what having it all is. And
everybody has their struggles.
Everybody has struggles. I think it's phony to believe that people are super beings. We are all alike. There's no one that is more superior or more, give me a word, Jen, more
just better
than you. We're all human. We all are the same. And we're all just trying to live the best life that we want for ourselves. And that's the important thing that I think a lot of us need to remember.
All right. Well, on that note, we're wrapping it up,
We're wrapping it up.
So thanks for tuning in to another episode of Chat with Jen and Porfiria. I think we had a great conversation
today.
We did. I think we
started
started in one place and ended in a better place with this conversation. Yeah. Make sure that you like us on Facebook, you follow us on Twitter, you subscribe on YouTube,
yes,
and you follow us on Google+.
Yes. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.